I presented my open world game called Nightstones at Steam Next Fest, and it did not go so great. But I've licked my wounds, cried in the shower, and I'm ready to move on with my life. Let's talk about what happened and how I'm fixing it. This is Nightstones devlog number 10. Let's rage! If you don't know what Next Fest is, it's a week-long event that showcases new games that will be released in the next 3 months. There are thousands of demos to play and millions of hours of live streams to watch, and I was feeling pretty confident before the show. I had 13,000 wishlists, and Nightstones was also included in the official trailer of Next Fest. That's rad, right? Then the show started, and I realized those 13,000 wishlists I had worked so hard for ranked me 150th in the most wishlisted games. I don't mean 150th in like all of Steam, I mean 150th in games just being shown at Next Fest, just the games released in the next 3 months. It was at this moment that I realized that 13,000 wishlists just is not that many. This was a terrible and rude awakening for me.
Oh no.
With a ranking that low, there was no way I was going to get much of any organic traffic at the show. Let's do a quick reality check. I get that 13,000 wishlists is a big number, and it's a dream come true for a lot of indie devs. And if this was some weekend side hustle or a hobby, I'd be slapping hands with the best of them. But I have a full-time job, I have 2 little kids, I work nights, I work weekends, it's stressful, I'm tired, wah, poor me, but I don't need any more hobbies. I would like this to become a business. But this business is not going to work if I'm the 150th most popular game to be released in just the next 3 months. Fortunately, Steam allows each developer 2 1-hour live stream sessions, and during those 1-hour time periods, Nightstones would be at the very top of Next Fest. I did my first live stream on the second day of the show and was able to keep about 600 concurrent viewers watching the live stream during that time. That day, I acquired 575 wish lists, the most wish lists I've ever had in a single day. I did my second live stream on day 5 of the show, but by that point, Steam had already removed their Next Fest coverage from the homepage, which is something I didn't know they would do, so I was only able to keep about 100 concurrent viewers during my second live stream. During all of Next Fest, I was able to acquire another 2,500 wish lists, which is awesome, but it's just nowhere near what I was hoping for. So what did I learn, and what am I doing about it? Well, the first thing I learned is that I need to expand the audience for my game, and I've begun posting more regularly on other social media, like TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter. Oh, I mean X. I've also begun to reach out to streamers to try to get them to play the demo. And you know you can play the demo for free, right? I'd love it if you checked it out. There's a Steam link in the description. If I can get streamers to play the game, it's a great opportunity for me to introduce Nightstones to new audiences. Some amazing streamers have already started playing the game, like the amazing Buckeye Bunny.
Listen to the music. Now listen what happens when I stop swimming.
So this is cool. So she's actually figured out, no one ever notices this, but the music actually responds to your movement.
Do you hear the difference?
I hear the difference.
We'll
I
start
didn't think
again.
anyone else did. See, she'll start moving, the music changes. Yeah, no one cares about that, but she does.
And the slick speaking Haksu.
I like this guy. This is a cool cat. I left that treasure chest.
Okay, so it's not 3 in every one. Okay.
I left that treasure chest. I was hoping people would go get after it and get killed by
I
that
swear
thing.
the next chest has 1 coin in it. You first.
Just like his voice. You could tell if you met this guy out in the street, just be like the best interaction ever. He's like such a nice guy.
Okay, let's get back to my poor performance at Steam Next Fest. Something else I learned is there were some definite issues in the game itself. Let's talk about what's new in the demo you can play now versus the demo that was available at Next Fest. The issue that came up more than anything was that a single button was used for interact and jump.
Mann, Nachrichter! Ich will Unreal Tournament spielen! Los!
This was a choice by me to make the game more approachable and easy to play. But it's clear I made a bad decision here. I mean, 2 buttons doesn't seem overwhelming, and it eliminates that annoying issue where you go to jump a gap and instead you start talking to an NPC. so the demo uses 2 buttons now. I also got a lot of feedback about destroying enemies. Players felt it was slow and cumbersome to dispatch enemies the same way you talk to NPCs. So I added what is essentially a sword to the game, and when I say sword, I mean stick. But this is something you will be able to upgrade as the game progresses. I get that I'm the guy that said there's no combat in Nightstones, but I'm not trying to make my dream game, I'm trying to make yours. And if you want to go full speed through the Oracle's Cave destroying fangweeds, then who am I to stop you? The treasure system has also been revamped because I was doing stupid things like putting 2 coins on a treasure chest, which was just unfulfilling to players. And I get that. So treasure chests still exist in the game, but they're special. They are hard to get and offer big rewards if you do open them. For all the smaller treasures, I've sprinkled them around the world. This is cool because it forces you to always be on the lookout while you are exploring. And I can tease you with treasures in the trees, for example, which you can't get until you acquire the stick. Yeah boy, you show that tree who's boss. Let's see how the alpha testers are doing with this release. These are the brave souls finding my bugs so that you don't have to.
Alright, so this alpha said he can get somewhere that he shouldn't be able to get to. And I don't believe him, because I never believe any of these alphas. And then they always do it anyway. They don't care that I think it's impossible. So, okay, so he's gonna get this treasure chest. That's fine. You can see I put a treasure chest there. There you go, 5 coins. So I know you can get there, but then... Oh, he's gonna... Alright, what's this guy doing? Nice. Alright. See, I didn't believe him, but he's right.
So let's talk about why I'm freaking out here. There's a major character in the game that I show on the title screen. And if she's not needed in the game, I leave her in this position because no one can get here. Well, this savvy alpha tester is closing in on her position. And if he can get to her, he can interact with her and learn some things I don't want him learning. Yet.
Stop, I don't want anyone to see this. Alright, bye.
Alphas, you're amazing. Thanks for helping me solve so many issues. Let's get back to game dev. Another bit of feedback I heard a lot was that players were becoming motion sick while playing. I also saw some complaints about players falling off bridges because the camera is constantly moving. I control the camera while you explore the world because I'm intentionally trying to show you points of interest in the game. But it's obvious now I was just moving the camera way too much. So I've really limited the amount of camera movement in the game. I'm still showing off the world, but with less of a flight simulator feel. Players also felt that the Oracle's Cave was too boring and too easy. This was another mistake of mine. So I've added new mechanics to the cave to make it more challenging and fun. I've added these electric switches that turn floor panels on or off. This brings a layer of complexity to what I'm calling puzzle combat, as you'll need to figure out what switches should be active to make forward progress. I've also added moving platforms to the cave. I showed this mechanic off in a previous devlog, but I've modified it slightly. If you pass through a moving platform's trail, that turns off the switch. If you don't want that to happen, you can always jump over the trail, but I'll make you love to hate this mechanic in the next cave, which will have moving enemies. Okay, anyone notice all those rad new particle effects? That cool animation when you swing the stick, the impact particles when you take down a fangweed, the electricity in the platform switches, the daze effects when a player is poisoned. Well, those were all made by the one, the only, the talented Cartoon Coffee. And public apology time, but this dude made this rad video about Nightstones 3 months ago, and I didn't even see it till this week. Cartoon Coffee, I'm sorry dude, I love that video, even though you drew me as a 1 foot tall baby, but I admit I did dig the backwards hat. Anyway, this guy's particle effects are all over Nightstones, and a big reason why the game looks so rad. If you want to use these particles in your game, please check out his amazing VFX assets. And if you want to watch how amazing art gets made, please check out his YouTube channel. I've left links in the description. That's all I have for today. If you like to have fun for free, please check out the Nightstones demo on Steam, and wishlist the game while you're there. If you have any ideas about how to make the game better, let me know in the comments below. Thanks, awesome peeps.